Voting for the Lok Sabha elections in Tamil Nadu has been completed. Yet, the election model code of conduct will remain in place till June 4th when the results are declared. Political parties are now demanding that this MCC must be lifted in Tamil Nadu. Is the demand justified, and why are they making this demand? Vanakkam. This is T. Suresh Kumar. Thank you for joining me in this episode of the Hindu Focus Tamil Nadu. India has so far witnessed 17 Lok Sabha elections. The ongoing 18th Lok Sabha elections is the second longest exercise in the country's history. In Tamil Nadu, the elections were completed in a single phase on April 19th. However, 6 more phases have to be completed across the country, and the results of the elections will be declared on June 4th. Until then, the model code of conduct will remain in place. First, let's see how this model code of conduct, or the MCC for short, evolved in India. Sometime in the 1960s, Kerala had first proposed a model code of conduct that could be adhered by all political parties. Eventually, in 1966, this code was approved, and even other states such as Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, and Andhra Pradesh had adopted this. Subsequently, this was extended across the country. Basically, the MCC was evolved to ensure free and fair elections and prevent ruling parties from getting an unfair advantage over the others during election time. As per the provisions of the MCC, people are prohibited from carrying cash above Rs 50,000 without documentation across the country. In Tamil Nadu, the restriction on carrying cash beyond Rs 50,000 has been relaxed in a limited measure. However, in 12 districts which share their borders with states such as Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and Kerala, the surveillance continues and the restriction on carrying cash is in place to this day. All other restrictions remain the same as in the rest of the country. So basically, ministers in Tamil Nadu cannot undertake tours, they cannot hold review meetings. Similarly, while the municipal corporations can hold statutory meetings, no policy decisions can be taken. At the same time, release of funds even from the MLA local area development scheme cannot be used for any fresh schemes. Likewise, no fresh contracts can be awarded, and recruitments will not happen during the period when the MCC is in force. This restriction on announcing schemes is applicable even to your water boards, the transport corporation, and the electricity regulatory commission. Considering the long gap between the date of polling and the date of declaration of results, different political party leaders have urged the election commission to lift restrictions in Tamil Nadu. These leaders include P. Chidambaram of the Congress and the DMK Rajya Sabha MP Wilson. Besides, the Tamil Nadu government is learned to have written to the election commission seeking relaxation from the MCC so that ministers could hold review meetings and conduct the routine administrative actions without any disruption. In Tamil Nadu, there is a practice of receiving petitions from people every Monday at every district collectorates. Now, the ground report suggests that people who come to collectorates with petitions seeking redressal of their grievance are being turned away and instead being asked to come 6 weeks later after June 4th when the election results are declared. The same is applicable for the monthly farmers' grievance meeting that is held in all district headquarters. No doubt, the MCC is only a code of conduct and not a statutory provision per se. However, in 1997, the Supreme Court had given some legal sanctity to the MCC in a case filed by Harbans Singh Jalal. So, in this case of Harbans Singh Jalal versus the Union of India, the Supreme Court held that the MCC was legally valid. Jalal, a member of the Shiromani Akali Dal and a former MLA, had questioned the authority of the EC to enforce a model code of conduct which had been merely accepted by political parties and was not a statutory provision. His main ground of argument was that particular year, the EC had notified the elections 3 months ahead of the end of the tenure of the assembly, and the MCC came into force at that point itself, thereby preventing the government of the day from announcing any schemes. The Supreme Court judges, however, held that we are not in a position to find any illegality in the measure resorted to by the Election Commission. The court held that the EC's insistence on adhering to the MCC does not go against any of the statutory provisions. In fact, it was necessary to ensure free and fair elections and hold the purity of the whole process. So what is the position of the Election Commission on the demand to lift or relax the MCC in Tamil Nadu? The Chief Electoral Officer, Satyabrata Sahu, has said that all representations received in regard to relaxation of MCC have been forwarded to the Election Commission of India for a decision. In the past, there have been instances where the EC had relaxed the MCC in certain states. For instance, in 2014, in Karnataka, which had faced the polls much earlier than the other states, the Election Commission had granted relaxation, allowing its ministers to tour various districts. Particularly during summer time, the government's intervention would be required in various districts to meet the drinking water needs as well as the demand for water irrigation and other related issues. Hopefully, the Election Commission will give some relaxation to Tamil Nadu in the implementation of the MCC. Of course, the EC is faced with this enormous task of preventing cash flow in poll-bound states. So, in the bordering districts, in the districts which border other states, definitely there will be restrictions in carrying of cash and movement of other valuable items. But otherwise, I think allowing ministers to hold review meeting and take decisions which will not have a bearing for the rest of the country must be allowed, so that the administration is not paralyzed for 6 to 7 weeks till the whole process is completed. I shall meet you in another video. Until then, this is D. Suresh Kumar signing off. Thank you.